What's going on, everybody out there? This is Popular Stranger, and we are back at you again today with another Madden 25 Ultimate Team video. In today's video, we're going to be going over the best wide receivers currently in MUT 25 at every single budget. A lot of times when I'm live streaming over on Twitch and even on Twitter, people reach out and say, Pop, I got 400K, I need to pick up a wide receiver. Who do I go with? That's what we're going to cover in this video, and all throughout the month of March, we'll be covering other positional groups. So let's go ahead and jump right on into it, as we always do in this video series. We're going to start out with the best options that are free, and at wide receiver, we got two of them. The first one up is going to be Ricky Pearsall. So this is from the current rank session for the month of March. This card will get all 32 team chems, 96 speed. The downside to this one is that you're not going to be able to get this card until April 1st, basically, and that's assuming that the rewards go out correctly on time, like they did not do this month. But all in all, it's a decent card, but a month from now, I don't think it's going to be great. Really, the entire rank session or the rank rewards for this session aren't very good, but this will be the easiest one to earn. And like I said, when it first was initially revealed, this is a card that, again, you can use for all 32 team chems, so you can stash him in the back at wide receiver 5 just to help you keep a theme team. If you ever want to change your mind on the theme teams you rock, it'll be a useful card for that reason. If you get a 40-40 theme team, you get him up to 98 speed, and he can also end up being like a kick and punt returner for the rest of the year for you. So decent card, but it is a free card, and we have one other free option for you. It's going to be Season 6 Devin Hester. Now this is what he looks like at a 96 overall, and this is on an Eagles theme team where I have 2020 Eagles and Jalen Hurts MVP card. So we got him up to +2 speed. Most of you are going to at least be able to get him up to 97 speed. The route running is all at 90 plus, and that's the main thing you're looking for right now, is short, mid, and deep route running to be at 90 plus. The catch rating is good at 93. He is only 5'11", but he gets 2 0 AP buckets, so you can see I have human joystick on him for 0 AP. You also have grab and go and jukebox, and then deep out elite for 1 AP. This upcoming Thursday, we are more than likely going to see an OVR increase up to 97 overall champions and 98 overall LTDs, which means a upgrade token will become available in the ticket store to purchase and get him up to a 97 overall. Eventually he'll be able to get to a 98 overall, but at the 97 overall level, instead of 1 discounted ability bucket, you'll get 2. Now to our best wide receiver under 50,000 coins, extreme budget option here. It's going to be Combine Rondell Moore. The main reason we're picking this card is because of the speed. You're just not going to find any 95 speed wide receivers out there for 31,000 coins. Now he is only 5'7", but you know what? If you're on a budget, and again, you're looking for a kick and punt returner, this is your guy right here. And that's important because you don't really want to put like a starter who's going to come out on the field the very next play at kick or punt returner, because they're going to be fatigued a little bit, and that can carry over from play to play to play. So keep it a practice to use a guy who doesn't really see much on-field time to be your kick and punt returner. And if you're looking for a guy, he can do that. If you actually just need a wide receiver, he does give you the 90 plus on all of the route runnings. His catch rating is really low, but I think that's not like the biggest deal, which is crazy to think. The catch rating could be one of the least important ratings on a wide receiver. It's really about height and speed and route running, and he's going to give you a good enough stuff, you know, good enough combination of abilities and everything for 31,000 coins. Our best wide receiver under 100K, we're going to cheat on our budget a little bit here because there's just not a lot of great options, but we have Ghost of Madden Future Keon Coleman. On average, according to MUT.gg, he goes for about 103,000 coins, 94 speed. So we're taking a step back in speed here, but he is 6'3". Again, route running is going to be 90 on the short, 91 mid, 92 deep, and 93 catching. So all in all, pretty good budget option if you're just starting out and you need to find a wide receiver. My recommendation would be to save your coins up a little bit here and take a look at our options under 150,000 coins, and one of them is going to be Kelvin Megatron Johnson, Ghost of Madden pass card. On average, you're going to find him for about 134K. Again, if you're going to buy Coleman for 103K, you might as well find 31,000 more coins to get Megatron, because you're going to get 6'5" height. He's up 1 in speed at 95. He's got 90 catching, 90 short route running, 90 mid, and then 97 deep. The only downside to these cards that we've mentioned so far is they just don't get really any good abilities. Now, on the flip side of that, wide receivers, in my opinion, don't need a lot of good abilities to operate well on the field, so that's a good thing. But there's a ton of other 95 speed wide receivers under that 150K range. I wanted to point out Megatron because not only does he give you that speed, but he also gives you the height, and it was a card that played really well for me for the long duration that I had him. The second option under 150K is going to be this 94 overall legend Joe Horn. Now again, there's a handful of other guys that have 95 speed under this price point, but Joe Horn's one of the few that actually gets abilities, and he's going to get short in elite for 1 AP, which to me is an ideal ability to put on your slot receiver if you're looking for AP to spend. This is a good card. 95 speed, 93 catching, 94 catching traffic, short and mid route running at 93, deep 90, so he is a really good slot receiver, but to get short in elite for 1 AP is pretty good, and he does fall under that 150K budget at about 143,000 coins on average. So now to our best wide receivers under 200,000 coins. First up, because I do have two of them for you, we have playoff Xavier Worthy. Now, if you watch my video on Saturday, which we normally do every single Saturday, I go over the best budget pickups and the best market cards to go after based on the current market crash and whatnot. Xavier Worthy's been in these videos for like 4, 5, 6 weeks in a row, but he was actually down to about 150K on Saturday. He's now back up on average, according to MUT.gg, to 195,000 coins, so he is creeping back up there. But this card, as I've always said, was ahead of his time when we were getting 95 and some 96 speed receivers that were really expensive. He came through with 97 speed, and because of that, he's still relevant now, even though this promo came out several months ago. So you get the 97 speed, 93 catching is great, and all of the route runnings are at 90 plus, short route running 94, mid 91, and deep 96. The Chiefs have one of the better theme teams in the game, so it is fairly easy to get him up to 98 or even 99 speed, which means even at the worst case scenario, when this card gets outdated or better options come along, as I've said a few times in this video, you can make him your kick and punt returner because you're not going to get a ton of value back for selling him. I mean, a little over under 200K right now isn't bad if you're looking to get rid of this card, but if his price eventually drops down again, then this could be used for that. He does get human joystick for 1 AP. My thought with that ability is if you like to play on conservative to avoid fumbling throughout the game, you're going to lose the access to ball carrier move, so human joystick is the next best thing. You might be able to run past people with that ability equipped, and he does get it for 1 AP. But all in all, I mean, he's still on my no money spent squad. He's been one of my favorite wide receivers this entire year. He is only 5'11", but that really hasn't been a big deal at all because when he's running past people, it doesn't really matter how tall he is. And at this point in the year, we're starting to see a lot of knockout abilities all over the place, which means who cares how tall your receiver is because they're going to be in traffic and the ball's going to get knocked out anyway. I'd just rather have a guy that's going to run past people, and he can still do that even though this card's been around for a very long time. Your other option under 200,000 coins is going to be Combine Rookie Emeka Egbuka. Now this card goes for about 180,000 coins. He crept back up a little bit over 200K on Saturday, and it looks like the price is coming back down. If you're going to buy this card, you might want to do it before the next drop of Combine cards come out. I don't know if that's going to be this afternoon or tomorrow or Wednesday. EA hasn't let us know yet, and I'm recording this before the content schedule came out. So the reason I say that is because 93s are used to build out the champions and ultimate champions from the Combine promo, and those went up when we got part 1.5 on Saturday. So this card is amazing. I mean, he's got good attributes, 6'1", stock 96 speed, but it's important to know he gets all 32 team chems in 2 different buckets. So if you have a hybrid theme team, you can easily get him up to 97, 98, or even 99 speed to max it out. The route running, as I've said 40 times in this video, short, mid, and deep route running all at a 90 plus, so that is good enough. And his spec catch and catch and traffic are really good. Regular catch 93. This is, if you're on a budget, this is kind of a must-have card here at the wide receiver position because of the speed, the height, the route running, the catching, and more importantly than anything, the double 32 team chems. He does get some discounted abilities as well. So you got short in or short out elite for 1 AP. Those will be available in the same bucket. So if he's going to be a slot receiver, I go short in elite. If he's going to play on the outside, I'd go short out elite. And if you do want to put jukebox on him for after the catch situations, he will also get that for 1 AP. Best wide receiver under 300,000 coins is going to be Super Bowl Devontae Smith. You can also take a look at Super Bowl wide receiver Deion Sanders, but in order to get the good discounted abilities on that card, you need to put an 85, 89, and 92 overall Super Bowl card in his upgrade path, which is going to make it a little bit more expensive. So Devontae Smith, none of that is required here, and you can find him on average for 296,000 coins. I actually put out a card review for this card yesterday, so if you saw that, some of the gameplay highlights you're going to see in this video are exactly the same, but overall, and I swear this is not bias, this card has been really good for me. I feel like he plays bigger than a 6-foot receiver. He's got the 96 stock speed. Eagles have the best steam team in the game. That is also not bias, it's fact. So you can get this card to 97, 98, or even 99 speed if you have a 40-40 Eagles steam team with Super Bowl MVP Jalen Hurts out there. 95 catching, 93 catching traffic, 95 spec catch, short route runnings at 93, mid 90, and then the deep route running at 94. And because of his performance in the Super Bowl, he got one of the best abilities unlocked for 1 AP in my opinion, and it's going to be short elite, which is a combination of short in and short out elite all together for 1 AP. I really like this one because when I run slants or routes inside the hash marks, it lights up and it kind of beats man coverage pretty frequently. And it did this a couple of years ago, and it seems like it's working again with short out elite, and in this situation short elite. When he's outside of the hash marks and I'm just running a streak play, it lights up and it'll beat press man coverage. So it's a good way to get him down the field there if you're facing a lot of, cover zero meta blitzes. He, as you can see in these gameplay examples, he wins on streaks a lot, and he's a big deep threat down the field there. So for 296K, he's probably one of your best value receivers outside of Ibuka and Xavier Worthy. And then we're going to jump up to our best wide receiver under 450K. So we went all the way from 300K to 450. There's just not a lot of good cards that are worth buying in that price gap. And Devontae Adams has been solid. I pulled this card out of a 1-coin B&D pack, so I decided to use him, and he's actually still on the squad right now. I do want to point out before we continue that we are going to have another drop of Combine cards, and Team of the Year is on the way, so there's going to be more wide receivers coming very soon. We kind of know John Ross is going to get a card from the Combine leaks, and of course there's going to be at least 3 wide receivers from Team of the Year. So all of the cards that we're mentioning in this video potentially could come down in price if you want to wait towards the end of the week. Devontae Adams, 438,000 coins, 96 speed, 6'1", 95 short route running, 93 mid, 94 deep, and he gives you 95 catching traffic and 96 on the spec catch. Now he does get mid out elite for 0 AP or deep out elite for 1 AP. I do like deep out elite when you have a receiver on the outside of the hash marks that goes down the field plus 20 yards. The only downside to those discounted abilities is that you do need Genki Force upgrade tokens or elevation tokens to unlock that. So if you have some of those laying around and you do pick up this card, you can go ahead and apply and get those discounted abilities accessible to you. But overall, I think it's a solid card for the price. I would just go after Smitty or Worthy or Ibuka and save yourself some coins. But I did want to give you one more option before we reach the best wide receiver under 600,000 coins, and it's going to be AJ Green. So we're finally taking a step up here to 97 speed, and that's what we're starting to see with a lot of the wide receivers that are coming out as of late, and we're probably going to see that with the Team of the Year guys once that content comes out this coming Thursday. So AJ Green is not only good because he's 6'4" with 97 speed, and you can find him for under 500 or for about 595K, by the way. But with all Ultimate Legends, they get 2 discounted ability buckets, and then they have additional buckets, 2 more buckets that have discounted, like 1 AP and 2 AP abilities. So you have your choice with this card. Out of the 2 discounted buckets, you get to pick 2 of the 4 I'm going to mention here: mid in elite and mid out elite for 0 AP, and then deep out elite and deep in elite for 1 AP. I would definitely recommend deep out elite on this card because of the height and the speed for the 1 AP, and then it's up to you if you want to go mid out or mid in for 0. You also have Jukebox and one of the other discounted buckets for 1 AP, which is really good after the catch, and a handful of other options out there. But I like this card not only for the speed, the height, the route running, and the catching, but also because he gets good discounted abilities. So that brings us to the best wide receivers in the game, and unfortunately all 3 of them are extremely expensive, but we do want to point them out. We start with ranked Kelvin Johnson. So this card is not gone out to everybody that was supposed to earn it, and I want to be clear that you would have needed to be in the top 100 on the leaderboards for the ranked game mode in the month of February to earn this card. So we can't really tell you the pricing on it because EA is working on getting out those rewards at some point today, according to their tweet. That's supposed to happen. Right now it says he goes on average for about 10 million coins. He's definitely going to drop below that, but I still think he'll be somewhere around between like 5 and 6 million. He's going to be 6'5" with 97 speed, and he gets all 32 team chems. So there's a lot of people out there that are going to have him at 98 98 or 99 speed. You got 96 catch, 99 spec catch, 98 catch in traffic. The route running is all good, 95 short, 94 mid, 98 deep. But I think more importantly than anything, outside of the all 32 team chems, he gets some crazy good abilities. So he's going to get deep out elite for 1 AP, which is really good, as I've mentioned a handful of times here, for receivers that play outside the hash marks and you like to throw it down the field to them. But he also gets double me, treated as an ability rather than an X factor for 2 AP, which means if you're playing somebody who has this card and has double me equipped, which they more than likely will for the 2 AP, it's definitely worth it. You do not want to leave him in one-on-one coverage, or you're probably going to get beat down the field. And if you don't get beat down the field, you're probably going to get mossed by this card because of that ability. So it's very important if you go against this card to pretty much always have safety top over the help to help you slow him down there. So he's one of 3 best wide receivers in the game right now. The next one up is going to be Legend or Ultimate Legend Randy Moss. This was an LTD, and right now you can find him for the low price of 3.81 million coins. So with this card, 6'4", stock 98 speed and jumping, 94 catch, 93 short route running, 95 mid, 98 deep. Really good card obviously here, and he's going to get access to 2 discounted buckets. Now you have your choice of 2 of the 4 following abilities. You got deep out elite for 1 AP, or then the other options are going to be 0 AP. You have outside apprentice. I don't really think that's ability is really worth it at all here. Red zone threat is a good one. Then human joystick is going to be good for after the catch. You do have access to additional discounted abilities like jukebox after the catch, short in elite. I'm sorry, human joystick is 0, jukebox is 1, and then you do have short in or short out elite for 1 AP in those additional buckets. So, you know, obviously really good attributes on this card, really good discounted abilities, but for me, 3.81 mil is just way too expensive. And like I said earlier, he is tall and he is fast, but it's going to be more beneficial running past people because of knockouts. The 6'4" is great, but I don't think it's going to be as, you're not going to be able to take advantage of it as much anymore because of the way defensive abilities are right now. And the very best of the best at wide receiver is going to be Christian Watson, Combine LTD card, and this is mostly because of the ability. So if you put that Combine upgrade token into his upgrade path, you're going to get like a million really good abilities. Outside of that, he's 6'4", stock 98 speed and jumping, 96 catch, 98 spec catch, 96 short route running, 95 mid, 98 deep. You can find this card for the low price of 5.63 million coins. Absolutely ridiculous. He has Acrobat and Leapfrog baked on. That's going to be 0 AP. He gets Jukebox in one of the discounted buckets for 0 AP, but I think more importantly than all, he gets Short Elite for 1 AP. We talked about that with Devontae Smith, and he's going to get Double Me for 1 AP. We just talked about that with that Megatron card. It's 2 AP on Megatron. You get it for 1 AP on this Watson. So again, if you run into this card, highly recommend make sure that you have safety help over the top on this one. Otherwise, you're going to get mossed and get beat by this card a lot, but you're not going to run into it too much, being that it's 5.63 mil. There's not going to be every single player in the game that has it. I think I faced the card like once since it came out on Thursday. But there you have it. Those are the best wide receivers currently in MUT 25. One more time, just to reiterate, we got Combine with another wide receiver and John Ross coming out, and Team of the Year is guaranteed to give us 3 more wide receivers. So if you want to wait before you make a pickup, feel free to do so. If not, those are your best options right now. Thank you for watching. My name is Popular Stranger. I'm out. Peace.